Alright guys, Georgia Jim. I've got a challenge lock here from FileCoinLurker. And make sure we don't have his address out anywhere. I promised I would do an out of the box pick attempt. Make sure y'all can't see that address. I scribbled it out, but it wasn't a great job, so alright. Alright, we got some cloth here. And some reading material. Some markers. I believe these are markers. Some plastic containers. Be good for springs and pins and all that good stuff. A couple more of those. Alright. Maybe there's a lock in here. There we go. Alright. Put this back. I'm going to leave the lock right there. We'll put these containers and these markers back in the box. Just get them out of the way. Alright, let's see what we got. Challenge lock number 1, FileCoinLurker's, contains 2 modified driver pins, one made from a drill bit, one made from a vacuum tubes pin, one modified key pin made from a driver spool pin. Counter milling on 1 chamber and threading on 2 additional. The lock has been engraved, stamped, silk screened. The artwork may be easy to scratch in a vise, so if you could be mindful, use a cloth or soft jaws to protect it from scratching. On occasion, the key might be hard to insert it in or remove. Shaking or gently tapping on the key seems to work well. If the lock ever needs to be returned, you got his email address, or I may be reached through Reddit, FileCoinLurker. When reassembling the lock, be careful that the torpedo and serrated pins are oriented correctly. The custom driver pins were not made by a directional. Hope you enjoyed my first challenge lock. Careful, the point of the shackle is quite sharp. Alright, let's see what this is. I guess this is just a second copy of the same thing. Alright. We got the lock right here. I'm gonna drop some stuff. And I will not put the lock itself in the vise. I'll stick the shackle in there, which is how I usually do them. He's got a little safety bumper here, where he's got a spike on the end. He silk screened state of Wisconsin on there. How to use, read directions carefully. Here's the stamping. He put some little spiky cat ears on the key. You really put a lot of work into it. Let me put this back. Well, I'll leave it off for now. Stick it right there in the vise. It feels good and tight. Alright. Just make sure the lock works first. Alright. There we go. I'm going to stick that over here. We don't want to look at that. Alright, let's see. This is a 98 Pro. We're going to need 40 thousandths pry bar. Alright. Alright, so let's see. I like to start in the back. Check that standard pin first. Nothing there. Nothing. Alright. This is pin 5. Got a click there. Another click. Another click, and it feels loose now. While we're in the back, we'll check pin 7 again, that standard, which I don't even know if it's a standard. I'm just trying to pick it like a Packlock Pro, which is probably not advisable. All right. All right. Let me grab my hook one. No. Gave it a little push to make sure I didn't have it open. Go back to that number 4 hook. There's something. Hold on. Let me find that pin again. There's one of these pins I can feel a nice little chunk of core movement when I touch it. Ooh, losing the tensioner. I'll tell you what, I'm just going to reset. See what happens from there. feel like I'm getting close. I feel the false set getting deeper. Oh shit, there we go. That's a nice lock, bud. Alright, so we got it picked. That is a tricky little thing. If I can get it turned back. Damn, 98s in their keyway. Let me see if I can do it with the key. Probably not. There we go. Alright, it still works. Good stuff. Alright. I'm gonna try to keep it in frame like I have an extra one of these locks. Alright. And we gotta use an Allen wrench. I believe. Yeah, that's the one. Bring that down just a little bit. See my messy pick desk. Put that there. And that there. And a ball bearing fell out. That's good. Alright, we're just going to set the rest of it right here for now. And if you don't mind, to keep from messing up your lock, I'm going to put a little X on the front so I don't put the core in backwards and ruin all your hard work. All right. Got our shim. Always shim. Hopefully this will be enough. Grab a follower. All right. All right, we didn't lose anything. And that's some nice bitting there. So, yep, that's a 0 lift on 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And those didn't want to go in the right spots. And let's check out the core right quick. We can see he's got some counter milling on chamber 4, and 3 and 5 are threaded. Alright. And we got a spool pin for a key pin, so nice job. Alright, let's check out the core. I want to try to make sure I keep the orientations correct, since the note said to. Alright, that came out like that. Oop, shit. I believe it's like that. I will double check with you, FileCoinLurker, before I put this back together. You put too much work into this for me to mess it up. Let me get that shim out of the way. Alright, that came out like that. Let's go ahead and get this spring. So we had a longer spring in 1 than he did in 2. Serrated. Alright, this is that drill. I think this is that drill bit pin he was talking about. I'll go from the other side now. Seven was still a standard. It came out like that. Okay. One of these is the vacuum tube and the other is the drill bit. I'm not sure which one's which. And there's the last one. If we look in here, we don't see any threading or anything inside the Bible. Alright, let's get you guys a close-up of these pins. Again, we got, he modified a spool to make a key pin. Counter milling and threading. 2 modified drivers here. One's a drill bit and one's a vacuum tube pin. Key pins look to be all standard, and I believe that's about it, guys. And once again, we'll back that up. We'll check out that great screen print job he did there. Get that nice little spike. Some stamping. Really clean job, man. You really did. You put a lot of work into this. Looks great. All right, guys. Well, that's FileCoinLurker's challenge lock. Who did have a name for it? Challenge lock number 1. Okay. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Have a good one.